Pseudocode. An algorithm is a procedure for solving a problem in terms of the actions to be executed and the order in which those actions are to be executed. Algorithms is merely the sequence of steps taken to solve a problem. The steps are normally sequence, selection, iteration, and a case-type statement. Pseudocode is an artificial and informal language that helps programmers develop algorithms. Pseudocode is a text-based, detailed algorithmic design tool. The rules of pseudocode are reasonably straightforward. All statements showing dependency are to be indented. These included while, do, for, if, switch. Pseudocode is a detailed yet readable description of what a computer program or algorithm must do, expressed in a formally styled natural language rather than in a programming language. Pseudocode is sometimes used as a detailed step in the process of developing. It allows designers or lead programmers to express the design in great detail, and it provides programmers a detailed template for the next step of writing code in a specific programming language. Because pseudocode is a detailed yet readable, it can be inspected by the team of designers and programmers as a way of ensure that actual programming is likely to match design specifications. Catching errors at the pseudocode stage is less costly than catching them later in the development process. Once the pseudocode is accepted, it is rewritten using the vocabulary and syntax of a programming language. Pseudocode is sometimes used in conjunction with computer-aided software engineering-based methodologies. It is possible to write programs that will convert a given pseudocode language into a given programming language. Pseudocode consists of short English phrases used to explain specific tasks within a program's algorithm. Pseudocode should not include keywords in any specific computer language. It should be written as a list of consecutive phrases. You should not use flowcharting symbols, but you can draw arrows to show looping processes. Indentation can be used to show the logic in pseudocode as well. For example, a first-year 9th grade Visual Basic programmer should be able to read and understand the pseudocode written by a 12th grade AP Data Structure student. In fact, the VB programmer could take the other student's pseudocode and generate a VB program based on that pseudocode. Why is pseudocode necessary? The programming process is a complicated one. You must first understand the program specification, of course. Then you need to organize your thoughts and create the program. This is a difficult task when the program is not trivial. You must break the main task that must be accomplished into smaller ones in order to be able to eventually write fully developed code. Writing pseudocode will save your time later during the construction and testing phase of a program's development. How do I write a pseudocode? First, you may want to make a list of the main tasks that must be accomplished on a piece of scratch paper, then focus on each of those tasks. Generally, you should try to break each main task down into very small tasks that can each be explained with a short phrase. There may eventually be one-to-one correlations between the lines of pseudocodes and the lines of the code that may be right you finish pseudocoding. It is not necessary in pseudocode to mention the need to declare variables. It is wise, however, to show the initialization of variables. You can use variables names in pseudocodes, but it is not necessary to be that specific. The word display is used in some of the methods. This is usually general enough, but if the task of printing to a printer, for example, is algorithmically different from printing the screen, you may take mention of this in the pseudocode. You may show functions and procedures within pseudocode, but this is not always necessary either. Overall, remember that the purpose of pseudocode is to help the programmer efficiently write code. Therefore, you must honestly attempt to add enough detail and analysis to the pseudocode in the professional programming world. Workers who write pseudocode are often not the same people that write the actual code for a program. In fact, sometimes the person who writes the pseudocode does not know beforehand what programming language will be used to eventually write the program. Example: